event, sir. I will be very brief, sir. This talks of the outlook forum in the future. We all are going through the challenging times globally, sir. But India, agriculture has been taken, agriculture reforms, ecosystem creation has been taken a opportunity for this time, sir. In terms of production, has been formed when pandemic came in on 24th, it was on the peak as the lockdown in India started. We call Rabi crop, which harvest in the month of April to May, was at the peak of harvesting. Government India gives full priority to the farmers, and that peak time, agricultural economy in terms of harvest, shops, everything, direct marketing was allowed as part of this thing, and this led to the all harvest to be done smoothly. SOP was circulated for everything, and it was a great thing. We have a summer crop. Summer crop is not a major thing, major area, but even that, whatever area was that, because of major focus, 37% increase in the summer crop in terms of area was there. The other major crop is a Kharif crop, which is a crop right now, the monsoon crop, which is called in India. I am pleased to inform everybody that the outlook is great. The record sowing up to date was 108.5 million hectare. First estimate says this year sowing is 109.5 million hectare, which is 1 million hectare more than this thing. Last year the record sowing. But these figures come during 15 September, Kharif sowing continues 30 September. The reports of the weekly meeting which have come from different states, the sowing this year would be around 110.2 million hectare. 1122 million hectare, which is 3.7 million hectares compared to last year. This is a major thing. Never, I think, in the history area in terms of sowing would have increased so much in terms of around 3% as compared to previous year. Because weather, monsoon, everything was high. This year target of production is around 301 million ton, which is 5 million ton more than this thing. So outlook is great. Focus on pulses, focus on oil seeds, focus on buying all those things in terms of social distancing become very, very important. Apart from the major focus on this topic, these aspects of production, I like to inform our gathering that all the Prime Minister, our ministers and everybody took this opportunity to create an ecosystem of a post-harvest system of marketing reform. This came in because when harvest was started, because in India we have a system of mandis operation, so there are physical mandis around 2,600. If we add seasonal mandis, they become 6,000 mandis across globally. But in the pandemic, not all mandis were operating to that efficiency, and expecting farmers to leave their mandis was difficult. And procurement we take as a part of MSP operation for minimum support price operations. Their centers also increased major times. Punjab also is one of the weather systems there. They also center increased by twice. All the country, the center is by 2.5 to 3 times for the purchase. So there was a need for direct marketing from the farmers, from the farm field. Processor can do that thing. Farmer can take the produce to the processing field. A system of direct marketing, and that state legislation needs a change in many of the states. So just within a week of the lockdown in India, which is 3rd of April, 4th, direct marketing in the field was allowed, and we took up to the state with a webinar and a letter to Chief Secretary on 4th of April. The direct marketing system was allowed. Large number of states, major states responded to that thing. Major systems of putting up provision in the APMC Act to be there so that direct marketing takes place. But still, certain legislative changes were required. I'm pleased to inform over 12 states issued ordinances. Ordinances are some executive order which we do in America for the state government. So basically, ordinances of 12 states which were issued in the month of April, May to build up an ecosystem where fruit and vegetables are deregulated in the state. Direct marketing provisions do come in, so people buy all the facilitation are done. So based on experience, realized that so ultimately farmers have done outstanding work on the production side with the support of scientists, policies and everybody. Output side, ecosystem needed a major change. So farm, so it required a legislative change, it required a financial change, it required a support change, everything. Under leadership of the Prime Minister, with the Minister's leadership, major ecosystem first phase was created. What the first phase was? Number one, create a system where farmers can do a proper marketing. instead of selling their produce only to certain places and to the persons who are licensed to stay to certain persons only, free the ecosystem where farmer can sell anywhere to a persons which have larger base. So a trade ordinance which was called as the Farmer Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Act, now the ordinance that was 5th of June, was promulgated to provide an ecosystem where processors, buyers, everything via the farm gate, farmer can get those persons and take it, sell to any person to place. And apart from that, it create an ecosystem where electronic platforms can work freely on based on certain norms and everything, so to buy the agri produce. Secondly, contract farming, the farming agreement ordinance at the ordinance of active, the Farming Empowerment Protection Agreement of the Price Assurance Farm Services Act was promulgated now at the ordinances. So there is a risk mitigation for specialized project, high value produce, and especially we take the processing varieties, farmers can produce those things and investing it directly into the farmers to produce those things. Ecosystem farmers were just opened up to listed changes, apart from listed change in terms of amendment in the National Commodity Act, so that storage and everything was free for that thing, and the policy statement is there where investment comes as part of this thing. But apart from listed change, God was mindful of the thing that all these things required an investment in terms of post-harvest management in the local level and the village level. Cooperatives have done an outstanding thing in terms of primary societies across the country, and right now 63,000 cooperative societies are working outstandingly. So both these cooperative societies, agri entrepreneurs, farmers, agriculture in terms of farmer produce organization, $14 billion, which is 1 lakh crore financial facility created. This financial facility has basically 3 advantages. Normally, post-harvest management, getting slow sanction from the institutional credit from the banks was difficult. Now here the system where the portal is there for all these post-harvest management projects, could be a sorting out plant, could be a grading plant, could be warehouse, could be cold storages, could be a logistic player, anything. You just put your DPR on a portal and then government takes it forward with the banks and everything to ensure that those project DPR are sanctioned. So number one, a sanctioning, a simplification was there. Now the assurance there that institutional credit will come to this thing. And number most important apart from the institutional credit coming to this thing was interest rate. Normally for all these activities, interest rate was 10% in India. Here it was fixed FCLR plus 1, which comes to less than 8%. With 3% transformation, it comes to less than 5%. And for cooperative sector, NABARD has come with a much lesser percentage, which is a 1% of this thing. So low interest rate for the activities handled by government India. These have come in. I'm pleased to inform that around 3,000 crore projects already there in the pipeline to sanction. So ecosystem of post-harvest management as a part of this thing was also allowed for this thing. And then collecting farmers in terms of aggregative, in terms of farm produce organization that scheme has launched, 100% supported by government India. So the farmer aggregate do come in. And right now the guidance which we got from other ministers and the government of the implementation, in country we have 6,600 blocks. Every block will have this one FPO with 100% funded government, so that these aspects can take forward. So farmer collectors organization this thing becomes very, very important as part of this aspect. 2 aspects were also very important. One was farmers getting an excess credit for our very concession rate, which is the working capital to grow the crops. Right now in the country, 7 crore farmers are covered as part of this thing, 7 crores minus something. And with the income support scheme of the government, which was initiated by the Prime Minister and the government, around over 9.5 crore farmers were there covered part of the scheme. So simplified procedure, just one page procedure, you just give your photo and the land record what you want to grow. Just 3 documents on 1 page and your loan limit is sanctioned. So we have targeted for the country that 2.5 crore farmers, which is 2.5 crore farmers, 25 million farmers will be covered with short-term credit of 2 lakh crore, which is $28 billion. I am pleased to inform as I speak today that again the target of 2.5 crore farmers and 1.5 crore farmers have already been sanctioned this limit. So short-term credit will be to the major farmers $28 billion in the field, which will be a major improvement in production, marketing, all those things. And fourth is the most important, creating a digital platform where all the startups, players, everything link up, provide services to the farmer. And as I work today, we are working creating a farmer service platform with integrating all the databases of land records, farmers, their KCC coverage, Kisan Credit Card coverage and everything, where private players can get access based on certain facilities with the farmer. So digitally, creating an ecosystem for digital agriculture to play there, so that will come. So these reforms, these major things in terms of creating an output side ecosystem, in terms of digital platforms, in terms of short-term credit, in terms of farm agriculture, FPOs, in terms of management, industrial changes have taken place with the purpose that India move towards transforming farmers into entrepreneurs with higher incomes and better quality of life, make India the food basket of the world, make agriculture the go-to investment opportunity, step to change India brand recall for the India produce. I am pleased that today this conference of Outlook Forum is focusing on the reform. It shall have a major change in the coming years to come. And basically, one of the major changes I'd like to highlight especially, it creates an opportunity when rural sector, every village becomes an investment opportunity. Right now, in the farming, agriculture is a major economy. The agriculture, all the produce used to move to the urban areas into the mandi. Now their produce valuation take place. Now all 6,40,000 villages become an opportunity to create a post-value thing. Other topics taken for this thing are very relevant in terms of pandemic, supply chain with pandemic, game changer for this thing, all the topics I referred. I wish this conference a success, and I wish the reservation will give our guidance and proper to take it forward. With these words, I'd like to thank everybody for inviting me, and especially Honorable Minister Rajmantri ji. Sir, आप वहाँ पे हैं, सर आपसे बहुत बल मिलता है, संबल मिलता है, मार्गदर्शन मिलता है, स्नेह मिलता है सर, आपके आने से बहुत उत्साह होता है. Thank you very much, sir.